Well, actually, we were working on a deal prior to the release of Gasface or that Cactus album. We was gonna get a deal somehow. You know, so knew enough people. They had like a lot of inside people to where it was a deal was gonna pop up anyway. I think the Gasface joint kind of just helped it along a lot.
Okay.
It was Dante Ross who was the A&R at the time of the Tommy Boy, and the De La record just came out, Three Behind Rising, and you know, Dante had parts with that, you know, as far as, you know, A&R in the project or whatever, so he had a little fame. And at first we were supposed to be on Tommy Boy, but then he left Tommy Boy for Elektra. And with it, he brought the roster that he's putting together of, at the time it was Brand New being leaders of the new school, and then KMD. I think People on the Field Smooth came on after, kind of.
Yeah, they were the,
Yeah, but Dante had that, like, that was his little, like, his little roster that he had. He was holding as a trump card, and when he get, you know, he used that to really get on with Elektra and get that shit popping, and it worked like a charm. Well, actually, the first time I heard, I have to credit that to late night radio. Back listening to it was WHBI at the time, World Famous Supreme Team show.
Yes.
Stevie Bond, the Mastermind, and Just the Law, the Superstar. You know what I mean? It came on like 3 o'clock in the morning. We must have been, man, I was young. I mean, too young to be staying up so late. If someone staying up late like that, I'd be like, what you doing, boy? You know? But it wasn't like, what, 84 or 5 or something like that. And they used to do this kind of like segment on their show towards the latter hours in the show where they'll just be spinning on hip hop like breaks, like Substitution and joints like that, or like Funky for You and just the little ill breaks. But then what they would do is play vocal records like you know, stand-up comedy records or like other type of records that have vocals on them over it, you know what I'm saying, or in the background. So you get the drums spinning back and forth, but then you get these little like comedy skits going on. And that's the first time I ever heard that, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give credit where credit is due. I kind of took that concept and just, you know, incorporated them to short little skits where we do our own beats, you know, and then put little vocal samples, snippets from other stuff to make a storyline or a short, you know, like a short breakdown of whatever the scene is, using other voices. You know what I mean?
Cool. So was it pretty difficult making it flow so well with the character having, you know, he does some pretty intricate sentences and the way it's spiced together. So was that pretty difficult to do?
Well, yeah, you know, it's funny. It's like it's a little formula to it. It's kind of like, the less you do, the more it makes sense. Like, the less you try to do it, the more it does itself, kind of like, you know what I mean? So most of the time, I'm just a spectator. I'm just digging, playing different stuff, and I'll just hear something that says, oh, my God, how the hell, you know, I'll be just as shocked, and I'll just put it in place, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a bit of research as far as just, you know, recording a lot of different like vocal pieces that are rare. I don't go for like that, you know, stuff that you can find easily. It's got to be something bugged out, then it's the bugged out of the bugged out. You know
right.
What I mean? So out of all of that, it kind of like does itself once you have enough stuff. Just continue to play around with it, and the story will tell itself.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who lived in the deep, dark jungles of Africa. His name was Little Sambo.
Uh-oh, Zio's exercising his right to be hostile.
They always try to say that coon is me.
I don't understand, man.
You don't understand?
Nah, I don't know.
My temper's up to like 10. When switch up his thoughts that I recommend. Minus is flood, but thicker is blood. Plus still some stay stud like sticks in the mud. Ibuprofen from Newport keep me from flipping daily. Yet I constantly slip into thinking kinda loony. In my logo, you see us? Whoever said that coon is me? Who, me? I see it's a joke to make a mockery of the but still a close over us with no luck from no clover. This irritates X, so goes into my text to erase one N-word complex. Sub rock, X the fuzz of what was, and any decker, the joke's on cuz. Does on top of my head stand 7 thick. Hairs that even if I wanted to, I couldn't pick. Pigment, is this a defect in birth? Or more an example of the richness in earth? Lips and eyes, dominant traits of our race. Does not take up 95% of one's face, but still I see in the back 2 or 3 ignorant punks pointing at me. Who, me?
Begs your pardon, but have you ever seen this brother walking around here anywhere? He must be a missing person. Have you ever saw his face on a milk carton?
Tricky, must be part of the gas face series. The same one who started Black Cat Bad Luck Theories. Yeah, he done it. This place, he runs it. And I'm guilty. Alcatraz for 400. Judgy not the unjudged is where he slipped. The real guilty is filthy. He tipped Egypt. Blew the nose right off the Sphinx. Now when he inks, ugly as when our hair kinks. We thinks, then zap goes the nap. Now I got's good here. If that's good here, then bad's a hood's here. Comb, twisted dome, braided or faded. The first man played it and now we hate it. Robbed of our culture. True indeed, I bear witness and recommend this mental fitness. So get this loaded to me and pointed out a gold G, then ask him, who you calling Moody? Man, damn, man. Yo, they wanna call me a monkey, a cool, a jigaboo, a boogeyman. Yo, Bert. Yo, Bert.
What is it?
Yo, G, they wanna call me all these names.
I know what we can do.
What can we do?
We'll ask someone out there to find
Little Sambo.
What you be meaning, G?
all kids. Pick up a crayon. No, them. Oh, yes, kids, pick up a crayon. Look for
Little Sambo.
when you find it. Draw a circle around it.
Yo, Bert, you get props, G. Yo, hot that, man. Hey. Yo, you got to rock that home shit for me later, too.
It's the nitty gritty, 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 it's the nitty gritty. More like trial and error, it's the trial and error, more like trial and error.
Now just listen to what I say. Well, I'll bet you really tried.
Yeah, that's how I like it, G.
Well, I'll
Louder.
bet
Yeah, that's nice.
you really tried. I made a mistake. Well, I'll bet you really tried.
All right, yo, I want y'all to swing it.
I'll bet
Y'all swing it like this.
tried.
Two. Well, I tries to come across swift, not stuck up. Rise to minimize the fuck up. Smooth, rolling in a jazzy like groove. Got nothing to prove though, just to show how I flow. Like water through your kitchen faucet. Notice the fine line. Try crossing it. Don't even pause it. I'm rolling like a lion. You duck, you're quacking. So who you trying? The main communicator, CL exact. Sub rocks kick back, we'll crack, we can't hack. Range is point blank, but my page ain't. You see I speak bold print like black spray paint. Into the extra strength new print cause I'm stressed. Several tests, goddamn God bless. So let it go, cause it'll just be another love TKO. So don't try me.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
I could never do that.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
You shouldn't be upset.
Yeah, I'm serving this with no preservatives. Intersections described from a plank, I'm a splinter. Chip off the new block, Zemblump X spell it. And how I tell it will remain a relic. True, black and hard, but I'm no Blackstone. There's no presto in my manifesto, so take the L, cause you can't take the ZL, neither the X, so I don't suggest trial. While coming off is like a habit, so pardon, I'm too quick to smoke, dance and sticks by the carton. I ain't starting having it, so rock is not venomous. He's more an antidote, searing when you're hearing him, so listen up, listen closely. Who's supposed to be coming off if we're not? What I mostly see is scrubs boasting free, but the low-key X marks the spots, don't climb.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
I could never do that.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
Go right ahead.
One for the disarranged, two for the duration of time. Ticks and ticks on as I speak. Three for the hard way, for if earns pay. No need for a 9 to 5 week by week. Have lovers for the birds. I say the ducks, but birds, if you will, say perched on my jock. Through Riff Productions, we make bucks. And still still kill two birds with one sub-rock. You wish to go rounds on this dancer stick, mister? This we can do like Mr. Magoo. List your bets. Here's 8 cards in your odds. A stitch in time will save 9 yards. But if one is ripped, how can one expect to sew this up in 80 decker? I think you need a new sewing needle, my friend. So try again, but don't try me.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
I can never do that.
Well, I'll bet you tried.
You shouldn't be upset.
Before I kick it, would anyone care for a cigarette? Speechless, I figured it. I understand. Following the leader is ascension. Sucker town, cause every inch I move, they flinch. Nerve pinch strain on my brain from migraine pain. Damn, it's my turn to explain the rules of the game. Why me? Well, if at once you don't succeed, don't try me.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
I can never do that.
Well, I'll bet you tried.
I made a mistake.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
I can never do that.
Well, I'll bet you tried.
I'm gonna try. Good for you.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
Made a mistake.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Well, I'll bet you really tried.
I'm gonna try.
Well, I'll bet you tried.
I'm gonna try.
Well, I'll bet you really tried. Well, I'll bet you really tried. Well, I'll bet you really tried. Well, I'll bet you really tried.
Wow. Like howdy.
KFAI's Fall Record Sale is Friday, November 12th through Sunday, November 14th. Thousands of new and used records and CDs will be on sale, with all proceeds going to benefit KFAI.
The sale will be held in the parking lot behind KFAI and Midwest Mountaineering as part of the Midwest Mountaineering Outdoor Adventure Expo.
The KFAI Fall Record Sale, Friday, November 12th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, November 13th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, November 14th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Midwest Mountaineering is located at the intersection of Cedar and Riverside on the West Bank. For more information, you can call 612-341-3144, go to kfai.org, or check out midwestmountaineering.com.
Bert, is that you? An empty place. Oh, I love it. A perfect place to practice the exciting art of humming. Bert?
10:03 p.m. RSC Radio. In full effect, only here at KFAI Fresh Air, Community Radio 90.3 FM Minneapolis, 106.7 FM St. Paul, and online at www.kfai.org. We're about not quite halfway.
Getting there. We got past the first KMD album. We get into the next one in this next segment. This is the MF Doom, Food, FM Mood radio show.
If you're just tuning in, 2 hours of nothing but MF Doom.
And his influences.
His alter egos.
His everything, his production, his rhyming, everything that pertains to Doom on a musical level is being noted here.
That's right. Food in stores, 11/16 this Tuesday.
Yeah.
In stores everywhere. Food. Also appearing live at the Quest nightclub Tuesday, November 16th with Brother Ali, Psalm 1, and that's at the Quest 6 p.m. all ages. And also don't forget tomorrow, CaliCom in store, going down in Fifth Element.
All that. Don't forget, if you come to the show, we got, the album will be there available as well. Some rare things you may only see on this tour.
Yep.
In the form of T-shirts and rare CDs and all that good stuff. So don't miss out coming out to the show and get your hands on those.
Yep. Also, if you pick up a copy of Food over at Fifth Element, while supplies last, you also get to cop a Food poster as well as the Leftovers exclusive CD.
Yeah.
So it's got a bunch of outtakes, remixes, and stuff that didn't go on the album. So check that out. And why don't you run down kind of like what we went through, a little bit of, you know.
All right, I'm trying to explain how this is working. I'm sure everyone out there is very intelligent and is able to keep up, but it might get a little confusing in some parts. We were even confused here in the studio. We started off with the intro to the album, Food, into the song Beef Rap as well. That kind of like gave a good synopsis of what Doom is all about. That was a good way to kick it off. And then we went to the Bob James Mardi Gras track we talked over, and that was because if you listen to the words of Doom himself, he spoke about how listening to radio and songs like that were his biggest influence. And throughout the whole night, you'll be hearing Doom's own words on these songs and his career. The interview that I did with him just a couple of days ago. Following that, went to a little Houdini Section Magic Swan. They explained more about the radio thing. We had Curtis Bowl, The Breaks. We had Just I, Cold Getting Dumb, KRS, Poetry, Ultramagnetics, Funky. We had DBC, Let the Music Play, It's a Sonic, all those being some of his biggest influences. Into his first appearances, we had Gas Face with Third Bass. Him talking about Third Bass and how that came about. Ace in the Hole, Third Bass with KMD, produced by KMD. We had him talking about the forming of KMD. In the Peach Fuzz from Mr. Hood, the first single from Mr. Hood. We had him talking about the deal with Elektra and also explaining how the whole concept was with the characters. Mr. Hood, the character, and the Burt character through the whole album of Mr. Hood. Into Who Me, the second single from the album. Into Trial and Error, one of the first solo Doom song on the Mr. Hood album. Into where we are right now.
And where we going now? I think we're taking them into Black Bastards now.
Yes, right now we're going to take him to the Black Bastards. We're going to first let him tell you in his own words about the difference between Mr. Hood and Black Bastards. And we'll jump to the first single from the album immediately following that, and then we'll be back.
Yeah. RNC Radio in full effect. Hit us up, 612-341-0980.
Yeah, but it's really like just thinking, yo, let's show them the raw side. Let's show them the side that they don't know about us, you know what I mean? I mean, the first album was